Hi guys, Brain here, and welcome to a different kind of video today. Yes, we're doing something entirely different. I know, super scary, oh no, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I promise. I promise. So today, we're doing something a little different. Today, we are going to be doing a video more focused, instead of like strictly on Dead by Daylight, we're doing a video more based upon content creation in general. I know a lot of you guys either love content creators or are aspiring content creators yourself. So I teamed up with my friend ShaolinPretzels, who's a fighting game content creator. He focuses mostly on tournaments, fight sticks and other equipment for the game, and advice on games and life in general. So I've known him for a very, very long time, and we started our content creation journey basically around the same time. So we thought it was a good idea to collaborate and talk about our different aspects of our journey that we've had so far and kind of give you that perspective. So hopefully you enjoy, friends.
But kind of like speaking on the topic of having too much to kind of handle to really focus on anything else. We are part-time content creators, which means we have a lot of kind of burdens to kind of bear. So one of the things I did kind of want to talk about is like how we kind of like focus on diversifying and like doing as much as it is that we do without kind of like burning ourselves out.
I don't know. I don't know how I do that. I don't get burnt out. I really don't. I talk about things I like, things that I'm interested in. And I don't know where the burnout happens. I mean, I had burnout with other things that I only liked, sort of, right? Like we talked about, like I had a creepypasta channel. Like my burnout started happening when everybody else started losing interest in that content. And I'm like, I was more interested in like the fad of everybody being interested, and we were all interested at the same time, and it was super fun. But like when people stopped caring, like it felt like burnout because I was putting all these effort into these videos that I knew people wouldn't care about anymore because I was following a fad. But like, I'm not following a fad. I'm just making videos I like, and like I rant about things that I care about and I think about anyway. I don't know. I don't really feel burnout a lot. I mean, sometimes when I'm trying to edit like an hour-long video, like one of my like Let's Plays, I get kind of like annoyed, but like, I don't really feel burnout. I feel like people don't do what they love. I feel like people like pay a little bit too much attention to like, what are the trends and like, what are big content creators doing in my field and how can I emulate that, which is good to a certain extent.
Yep.
But I feel like a lot of people don't do what they love. I thought, honestly, if I wanted to be like super big in the Dead by Daylight community, I would make a lot of build videos. Build videos do well. I don't like build videos. I think most of the time it's just people like bringing very overpowered things, and then there's just like one thing that's not. And they go, wow, that build's so powerful, look. And that's it. I don't think they're very entertaining. So I make commentary because I'm always talking about like that perk's dumb, or that perk's not dumb, or this character's stupid, this character's not stupid, or wow, I can't believe the company said this the other day, that was really dumb. Because I like talking about those things. So I just do what I like. I put music in there that I like. There's plenty of copyright free music that's really good.
Yep.
So I get to listen to cool music while I'm editing. I like making the graphics because graphics are cool. Like from the top to the bottom, I love what I make from when I start it to when I upload it. And I guess I just make the content I want. So I don't really feel burnout. Right. So I'm like, I'll watch it back for mistakes, and I go, that was a good point I made. Like I like how that song transitions there, you know, like I make the things I want to see, the things I wish existed. So I don't really feel the burnout because I'm actually proud of what I make, and it's cool to see that come to fruition.
Yeah,
So.
and I think you touched on something that's kind of important. I think most burnout really comes from the people that don't enjoy like a certain aspect of the creative process, whether that be the whole process of like trying to figure out what it is you want to talk about, which usually isn't it. More often than not, it's probably editing. For most people, it is definitely editing. Some people get frustrated with like trying to optimize for like metadata. Some people get upset about a certain number of views. That's another big one.
Are they editing too much? That's my question. Are you editing too much? Like, that's what I asked somebody. It's like, I get frustrated with editing. I'm like, are you editing too much? Like if maybe you don't like editing. So either A, you hire somebody to edit, or B, make content in a form that doesn't require crazy about editing. I make commentary content because I like editing, but I don't want to edit all the time.
Right.
so I slap that on. I put my graphics on, which I have already made into their own videos that are transparent. So I just slap those on.
Yep.
And then I put a music track, and I just mess with audio levels until it sounds right. Watch it to make sure that it, there's no glitches or anything. And then I send it out.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty simple.
Yep.
Because, I know my limits. I know my tolerance for editing. And I have the perfect, I'm okay with this amount of editing. This makes me happy. This never stresses me out. So I'm just going to keep making content the way I like.
Yep.
If editing stresses you out, only edit sometimes. Like have a big video like once a month and go like, haha, that was my big editing video.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. It's that simple. It's knowing and it's okay. I feel like a lot of people will like compare themselves because you want to. I don't get as much views. I don't my favorite YouTuber edits a lot. And it's like,
yep.
They're not you, homie.
Yep. And it's
do what you can do.
And it's so easy to compare yourself in this space because you see all the metrics that that you would ever want to compare with other creators. You see how many followers people have. You can kind of see how many subscribers that they have, how many views that they're getting. So it's super difficult to kind of break yourself out of that whole kind of loop of oh, I'm doing this thing, but they're doing this thing and they're doing so much better. Maybe I should do that. But then it's well, I'm doing this thing now, but I'm not doing as good as them. And you just end up in this very vicious cycle that I feel like that's where a ton of the burnout really comes from. I feel like we're sauces, I feel like we're flavors like sauces, I'm a bad example of this. I've never tried a sauce I didn't like. But maybe, let's say you don't like honey mustard, right? You don't like honey mustard. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Right.
I may watch somebody's content and I go I see what you're talking about, but you're just not my flavor. I don't like honey mustard, dude.
Right.
But barbecue sauce over here, I like their videos. And I'm all about that, and I'm taking them in. I'm having barbecue sauce on everything. It's not that honey mustard is bad. There's plenty of people who love honey mustard out there. Yep. But I just like barbecue sauce more. And I feel like people don't understand that when they're content creating is you're somebody's cup of tea. You're somebody's flavor. You're somebody's sauce. And it's just about pushing through those hard parts where you're not getting a lot of discoverability and being somebody's flavor. Yeah. Because somebody will eat up your content, love your flavor of sauce. And you make your content for those people, but when you're comparing yourself, it's the apples and oranges conversation. It's not these one thing's bad or the other. It's just some people prefer one thing over the other. Yep. And just because you're not enticing everyone does not mean you're doing something wrong. It's really hard to make content that appeases everybody. Yes. That's the biggest mistake. People focus on that too hard. They focus on that way too hard because they want, but we were talking about earlier, it's they want the most amount of money, they want the most amount of viewership, they want the biggest exposure. Yep. And I don't think you remember YouTube way back in the day when PewDiePie only had 50,000 subscribers. No one remembers the early days of the big creators. Now they only see where they're at now. Yeah, and they don't see how they started as just this really niche thing that grew and blew up because they only made content. They you see a lot of people, a lot of big content creators pivoting mid-career because they've realized they've been making stuff they don't like anymore. Right. You don't want to be in that situation. You really don't. So make what you love, that way it doesn't feel like a chore, and enjoy the ride until it becomes something, stick through the rough part. That's the thing. I don't know how many times how long did I stream last year to 4 people? I streamed to 4 people for all of the summer of 2021, because I started in August of 2020. How long did I stream in 2021 to nobody? How long did I do that? And then before I got to where I am now. It's not that big of a deal. People treat oh, well, I'm having a slump or it's not getting off the ground right away. It's this is pointless. And honestly, you know what? This may be mean to say. see you then. You know, like if you're not, this isn't something that you do if you're not passionate about it. It's hard. It's a lot of work.
Yep.
And it's a lot of stress.
Yep.
So if you truly don't love this, it's not for you. It's really not. Like if you can't handle a bad month or a bad startup on a new like creative project, you may not be able to hack it, and that's okay.
Yep.
I don't think that makes you bad. It's just like maybe this just ain't for you, because you got to be able to take those in stride and go, you know what? Most of my videos, most of my YouTube videos, they get like 1 to 300 views. That's kind of like my sweet spot. I put up a let's play because it was of an indie game, and I wanted to be like, hey guys, look, I also do indie horror games. Look at that. And it got like 20, 30 people.
Yep.
Yeah, 24 views. The video right next to it has 885. like that's okay. That one didn't land. I'm not like retiring from YouTube because my Let's Play didn't land. Come on. You know, like, you gotta be able to take that stuff and try not go, oh my God, my video only got 24 views. Because the video the next day almost has 1K. Like,
yep.
Shut up. You gotta be able to ride this out.
Yep. I always like to say every video is like, really just every piece of content you make is just like another opportunity for discovery, another opportunity to reach those milestones that you want to actually reach. And it's okay to have a couple that don't work.
In terms of like, you know, roundabout to the question of like, how do you not get burnt out? Make what you love and don't be a baby when things suck.
Yep.
Because people like will see that you persevered. Like I have a massive library now. Like, oh my God, I have so much content on this YouTube. Like it is overwhelming.
I mean, that's what happens when you upload daily.
Like imagine if I went like all the way down here, like all the way down, and I had like quit YouTubing, like oh, this video only got 92 views 4 months ago. Like what if I just quit? Like I would never have like reached this like 885 view video that I have that just came out. You know, it's like you gotta just not be a baby when things suck. Yeah, that's it.
You gotta enjoy it for one. Two, you have to realize that most people that are like at the top right now, they I can't really think of like really anything that went into this thinking I want to be at like the top of YouTube or at the top of Twitch. They did what they enjoyed, and it just so happened they happened to work their way up there.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching that. If you did like this video, make sure you give it the like below. Comment in if there's anything that like you took away from this. Obviously, this video was more focused on burnout. Do you have burnout not only with like content creation, but with like other things? And how do you handle your burnout when you are feeling burnout with things? Like, do you do self-care day? Like, what do you do to cope with those things? Also, if you want to see one more of my daily uploads, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, because that's the only way to show up on the YouTube homepage. And, you know, maybe be a polite, decent human and check out ShaolinPretzels. He'll be like somewhere, you know, when we do the outro and it goes and then it slides over to that one slide, you know, his thing will be over there. I'll put it up there because ShaolinPretzels is a very, very, very nice and awesome homie and makes a lot of content. So if you have any interest at all in fighting games, that is the channel for you. And that, thank you so much for watching. And if I don't see you in the next video, I'll see you when I see you, friends. Goodbye.